Wow. The computer just like automatically kicked me in by rotating. Interesting. Okay, I was trying to see if I could go horizontally live, but it actually just kicked in. This is on my iPad. I've never like gone live on my iPad, but let's give it a go. So this is take two of me trying to go live after not having done it for a week. Um, and I've never done it on my iPad. And let's see. It says all messages are visible, but it might actually be easier. So hello, thank you if you joined me on an earlier chat. If you're just joining chat now, please let me know if you can hear me, because someone was saying they couldn't hear me on the last live. So here I am talking away. I haven't even gone back on that live, but I have to, let me just check the time. It's 9 o'clock. I gotta get to work. But I thought, why don't we go live? So it is the morning here in Vancouver, Canada. And normally what I try to do is get all my work done, like go in early and then come and spend some quality time here on YouTube. But I thought today, because it's rainy, what I would do is the opposite. I would try to do some YouTubing. And I thought, why don't I just go live? So the theme of this is pretty much, it's called Whazzzzzzup. So if you're joining the live, please let me know where you're coming in from, and let me know if you can hear me um, in the chat, and then that way I can just check the chat and make sure that my audio. So thank you for joining, whoever just joined me in the live stream. Can you hear me? So we'll wait a second on that. What I wanted to talk about today is, can you see this? I want to hear what you guys are up to, but while we're waiting for people to join our live stream, this is a little Daruma doll. It's a little Japanese wishing doll, and I don't have enough hands because we're using the iPad. I'm trying to keep it plugged in and show you things at the same time. So I'll try to do this one-handed. Okay, I'm gonna have to put this down. Let me see if I can, while we're waiting for people to come into the live, maybe I can figure out how I can prop this up. I'm scared that if I unplug it, I'm not going to have enough juice. But let's try. Let's try. Ah, much better, much better. Okay, this is a Daruma Japanese wishing doll. And you can buy these all year round. He looks awfully big here, but actually, here's to scale. He's quite little. And I bought a small one and a big one. Hello, Nisha. Can you hear me okay? I just want to make sure that my audio is working okay. So just let me know if you can hear me. So this is a little Daruma doll. And Z's, thank you for joining me. Can you guys hear me? Because in my other live that I tried to go live in, no one could hear me. So if you can hear me, just type, I don't know. Oh, cool, thank you. So you can hear me, or can you only see me? Z's, if you can hear me, can you just type in a row of Z's and then I know you guys can hear me? Okay, this is a Daruma doll. And in case you don't know what this is, it's a Japanese wishing doll. You can buy them all year round. But the thing of it is, which is really cool, is, and I don't even, oh, here, good. Now I've got the live stream up. Yay! Okay, it's fine. Thank you very much, Z's. Thank you for my Z's. Nisha, if you want to put N's. Anyone else that is joining the live chat, I'm doing it on my iPad, and I've never done it on my iPad before. And great, now I can see the live stream. So I'm just trying to figure out the live chat. Okay, to get back to the Daruma doll. You can buy this all year round, but this is a time when a lot of Japanese people tend to buy these because it's a way of trying to make your dreams come true. So get this, every other YouTuber is gonna be like, you need to SEO it, whatever. We're gonna use the power of the Japanese wishing doll. You can probably buy these on Amazon. I haven't checked it out. I bought it at a local Japanese store. But what you do is you concentrate, you make a wish, and then you Sharpie in this little eye here. And then you put this in a visible place, somewhere where you can see it, and that'll remind you of your goal. And then once you reach your goal, you can then Sharpie in the other eye. And then at the end of the year, these are made out of papier-mâché. You just burn it. Isn't that cool? And I think the reason you burn it rather than keeping it around is because it holds promise that you're going to be accomplishing many great things in your life. So you don't need to hold on to this old goal. It's a thing of the past. So look out for these. This one here in Vancouver, Canada, it was imported from Japan. It was only like $7. And then this one is $8. So we'll have to look to see if this is available on Amazon. So just look up. This might be backwards, but it's called the Daruma, Daruma, traditional Japanese wishing doll. It's just the coolest thing. And while we're waiting for more people to come into the live, and I don't know how I keep this live chat open. It's just, okay. So if you're just joining the live now, if you want, feel free to say where you're coming in from. I see that Nisha and Z's are here. This particular, Z's, you got a Japanese store near you? Yeah, so check this out. And then maybe go ahead. And then when you find that Japanese store, go in. Is it a Daiso store, or I can't remember the name of the other chain. What's the name of your Japanese store? See if they have them, because they're more prevalent at this time of year. And you know what? I only know them as this color. And I've always thought, I find them a little scary looking, but then when I found out the whole story behind them, it's kind of cool. But when I went to my Japanese store, they had like new kind. They had red, yellow, green, and the colors are supposed to mean something. So I think if you get like and this is traditional. This is OG Daruma doll, but the new ones are like, I guess it's a little bit of a marketing thing. Like the green one means wealth or something like that. Yellow one means something. So I guess if you're wishing for different things, you can have a bunch of colors. But the other reason that this is top of mind is a cousin of mine who's in the film industry, and she's a young screenwriter, is she, oh, by the way, I'm just seeing that Ziz is writing in the chat that it's like an Asian Japanese store. Yeah, just check it out, and then go ahead and, you know, we let me know in this live. If you go to that store, just do a quick short or do a quick video, and feel free to put a link in the chat so you can let people know that that you can find these in your local store. And where are you coming in from, by the way, Ziz? So these little Daruma dolls, my cousin was ended up, and she's in her 20s. She ended up on a shoot. We're Japanese Canadian, but she ended up on a shoot for this movie called The Chef and the Daruma. It's a new film that hasn't come out yet. So for any of you that have seen the video called Jiro Dreams of Sushi, I don't know if it's still on Netflix. This would be the Canadian equivalent of the movie, so look out for it. But this was called The Chef and the Daruma. So if you get a chance to see the movie, it's really moving. And it's also very moving about how Chef Tojo, who's a sushi chef in Vancouver, introduced what's called commonly as the California roll, or the inside out roll. And the Daruma is used as a way of being able to show you how here's a guy that came from Japan, and he introduced Japanese sushi to the Western culture here in Vancouver, Canada. And it's quite recent, really. We haven't had Japanese sushi here on the West Coast forever. It seems like it because we're used to it now, but Chef Tojo was one of the first to bring it to not only the city, but also to make sushi more accessible to everyone. So anyways, when you get a chance, check out the Daruma Wishing Doll. What I thought I'd do in this live is just to talk about stuff that you might have going on. So feel free in the chat to join in and tell me what you're working on. Z's, I see that you're on. Just let me know what you're working on. Otherwise, I'll just go ahead and talk about some of the things that I'm worried about this week, and until more people join us in the chat. And that is, I don't know about you, but I have, like, because I just got back from the conference, I have I don't have an official camera yet, but I have 2 phones, and their hard drives, or their camera photo galleries are all clogged up where I can't like tape any more videos. So I've got to like download all of those. And thank you. Welcome to the chat. Feel free to type in where you're coming from. And my topic today is Whazzzzzzup. So feel free to tell me what you're working on this week. This is a channel for new content creators, talking about things that they feel passionately and love. But what I was mentioning is that I had just gone to this line dance conference, and so my camera's all full. But I actually take two phones with me. I always take a backup phone because usually it does get full. The other thing I do is I take up like a backup drive to like download onto, and then I just got busy and I didn't even have time to download. And I take my iPad in case everything gets clogged up. So if you have tips on how you manage the amount of volume that you have coming in when you're out there live, just let me know. I am all for understanding how file management can work. So yeah, so I was basically out at this conference, and I just taped all this fabulous content. So if you subscribe to my channel, or you're new to my channel, let me tell you about my channel, which is a lot different than other YouTube experts. First of all, I'm not a YouTube expert. I'm just learning as I go. I have a monetized line dance channel, and I just post videos of fabulous line dancing that I get to see all over the world. This channel is new. It's only about a month old, where I'm just talking about everything and anything. It has no particular format, but it's a way of talking about everything in my life. And I've just consciously chosen that format to not niche down just yet. I want the capability to talk about anything and everything. So if you've just joined the chat, feel free to tell me where you're coming in from. And the topic is Whazzzzzzup. So you can feel free to ask me questions, or if you want to brag about something that you're working on as a new YouTuber. If you're catching this on the rebroadcast, feel free to put in the comments what it is that you're working on this week, and I think it's probably a great way to hold ourselves accountable. So here's a little Easter egg for you. Hang on. It's I want to try something different. Is, you know, how can we hold ourselves accountable to accomplishing our goals? So this is probably backwards, but it says TV week. So if any of you are catching this in the rebroadcast, is my mom buys I think it's the Friday or the Saturday newspaper, just so she can get this week's TV week guide. She doesn't have a way of, what do you call it? She doesn't have a way of using the, it's escaping me. You know, when you're watching TV and you tape stuff digitally. Getting old. But anyways, so what she actually does is she watches broadcast TV, not any like taped TV. So she needs the TV guide, and it's popular with all the other senior citizens out there. So it's frequently sold out. So there's a magazine. So if she misses the newspaper, there's a magazine that comes out weekly. And I said to her, why did you just get a subscription? But you know what's happened to Mama Son? Check this out. This is TV Week magazine subscription. I took the little subscription thing. I said to her, hey, I'll get you this TV Week magazine subscription. I think last Christmas, Mother's Day. Have I sent it in? No. So I want you guys to be my accountability partner. If you guys are watching this in the restream, and then you see like in the comments of any of my videos, absolutely any of my videos, and you know me, go ahead and nag me. Say, did you buy that TV Week magazine for my Mama Son? And that'll keep me honest to like mail this in, like, duh. And I want to try this, because if I have one thing that I'm trying to like get done, and you guys nag me about it randomly, it's going to show up on my notifications as in comment. And I'm going to see if that works, because if that works, then I think I'm just going to be throwing out things to you. Because the second thing is, I need y'all to nag me about going to the dentist. I think I haven't gone to the dentist since COVID. So that's another thing my YouTube channel is going to do is hold me accountable to making my life better. And you don't hear about anyone talking about, we're all so focused on the road to monetization. No one or very few people are talking about how just getting here on YouTube is the most awesome like way of just improving your life. So um, if I have better teeth, that would be a good thing too. My dentist is my high school buddy, and so I love seeing him, except like all dentists, he asks me questions with his hands in, in my mouth. He's telling me about what's going on in his life as he's cleaning my teeth, and then he'll be cleaning my teeth and then ask me something. So we don't get to get together as much, but he did reach out to me, so I do need to go see him. And I quite admire him how he set up his life rather than have a huge practice. He's just since the beginning only had himself and a dental assistant. And then what he's done is when he wants to travel, he just books off time, and then the practice is closed. His assistant can still keep the practice like running in terms of reminders and things like that. And by keeping his business small, he's had a very, very cool dentist office in a cool part of town called Yaletown. And then he also lives in a cool apartment in Yaletown, so he can just walk to work. And he bought this apartment when Yaletown was not exactly sketchy, but it was up and coming. But now it's a very cool area here in Vancouver. But anyways, he also reached out to me to say, hey, by the way, there's a high school reunion coming up. And I thought that was so cool um, because I'm trying to think what year I graduated. It would be 1983 from high school. And so how many years is that? It's a lot. So whatever that is, I have no idea. And actually, the people that I really cared about in high school, I would say that I've kept up with. So I'm curious to know. I don't know. I'm gonna go anyways, just for kicks. If you've just joined the live, if you want to say where you're coming in from on the chat, and then if there's anything that you want to know, or you can tell me about. This is a channel for new YouTube content creators, and I'd love to hear what you're working on this week. I'm just going to be updating what I'm working on this week while we're waiting for people in the chat. And this is also an impromptu chat. I hadn't let anyone know I'm going to be coming on here. I'm going to talk about some of the interesting content creators out there. This is Tracy from Life in the Wild West. If you haven't checked out her channel before, amazing, fun person. And she's got something out right now where she's lit, it's just a short, and it's a Zen candle, which is just lovely. And I think on her little coffee mug, it says hugs or big hug or something like that. And I just thought that was really nice. And the other thing that Tracy had on her channel that I happened to stumble upon was she had this kind of like Zen drawing. And it's not like she left any room on the page for you to necessarily journal or anything like that. But I thought it was really cool that she was just doing it just to do it. And we don't do that kind of thing. We only do that kind of thing that like when we're kids, it's just doodle for the sake of doodling. And then as you're an adult, they call it like Zen doodling or whatever. But I thought it was just lovely to see that the type of life that she's building, and then her journey on YouTube. I think she's surrendered to just making it a fun activity. I'm sure she would like to get monetized, as all of us would, but how we get there, I think is, and if we don't get there in a rush because we have other family commitments or we're working in a 9 to 5, it's so easy to get caught up in this rush of like get monetized quickly. But what if we instead were channels that decided to like embrace one another, help each other out in terms of like hey, we're curious about this, or we want to know about this, or this about your content. I think it could be a really beautiful thing. So if you're new to my channel, and you're new to this live, feel free to put in the chat any questions you might have, or things that you're worried about, or things that you're working on. In the meantime, what I'm just talking about is some of my fellow new content creators out there who are putting out some fabulous things. So if you're wondering about what do I talk about, I love, go to this little shed of mine. This lady is going through cancer treatment, but she has the biggest, brightest, most amazing smile and energy. And she's super jazzed about Christmas. And I just love this. So what, she doesn't have just one tree. I think she's got like, she said she had at least 3 trees, and she was pretty excited because she had a black Christmas tree. So I can't wait to see. It kind of makes sense because if you had a black Christmas tree, you could put all sorts of interesting ornaments. So I don't know if she meant like black themed ornament, or if it was just the background of the trees, or if it's an African American centric tree. But she was excited and so grateful that her husband not only puts up all these trees, he goes crazy on Christmas decorations. So I can't wait to see, because they would be that house that you go visit on the block that just has all these incredible decorations. So do check out this little shed of mine. Yesterday, I happened to catch this amazing live, and it was from Arlen Hamilton. I think I've got the name right. But I'll try to put these links below in the description. Now, I have to rush off to work, so if I don't get these links in right away, I will get them in at some point. And Arlen Hamilton's story is quite amazing, but she's coaching everyone on how to get to your first million. I think she had said she was homeless at one point, and then she's turned her life around. So it's a very compelling story. She's got a book out. And what was amazing about this live is I've only seen 2 kinds of lives so far. I've seen in our new content creator, or I shouldn't say that. I've seen all sorts of lives, but in our new content creator live, maybe everyone has like 10 people or just very small groups going live. I've also seen like the big content creators where they're like fielding a ton of questions, and their lives are quite active. But her live had at least 150 people, if not more, at some point. And what was compelling about her live is everyone was so well behaved. And here is someone that has this amazing content, amazing life. And this was the first time she had gone live, is what she was saying. And she was just so chill and so amazing. One of the things that she was talking about and sharing, so do check out her chat, was she was sharing about how you can create, I think it was called School. School was the application. And she talked about the different applications where you can build community. Um, and and then people pay, I guess, a membership to build community. But she also talked about, like, before you even start like going from zero to like asking people for money, she talked about providing value for people, and definitely building community before you even start charging people. But her story was so good. Hey Tashmir, thank you. I didn't let you know I was going live because I didn't know I was going to be doing it yet. But start here, Tashmir is on live. And Tash, my phone, apparently you can't hear the audio, so I am also having audio issues. So I'm having to go live on my iPad, but the live chat won't stay on. So I have to keep like refreshing this. So I'm glad you're here, so that I can figure this out. It's so annoying. I have to keep pushing it, but I'm glad you're here. In case some of you guys don't know, Start Here Tashmir started around the same time as I did, maybe a day or so ago. Check out on her channels because we've gone live together. And if you haven't ever gone live for yourself, go live. And I'm going to recommend the person that you should go see first to do lives would be North Pole, Alaska. And that's Katie. Start here, Tashmir writes, my chat keeps freezing, so I want to try to go live on my other phone. But I have two competing thoughts here. So North Pole, if you've never gone live before, the criteria is you need to have 50 subscribers if you use the YouTube app. I'm not sure. You might be able to go live if you use other applications, but to use the go live here on YouTube, it's 50 subscribers. And then the person, if you want to go live together, the person that goes live together with you does not have to have 50 subscribers. Just a quick thing on about going live is everyone is saying on the YouTube streets, it is the fastest way to gain watch hours. And that is because you gain watch hours when you go live, and then you also gain watch hours after the fact when people watch it on the replay. And it really is. Now, when you go live together, and thank you, Tashmir, she did the research on this, is the host channel. What happens is there's a host channel, and then they email the other person like a link that they can then join you and go live. The host channel gets the watch hours, but if you go live together with many people, even if you're not getting the watch hours, so right now I've gone live together with Tashmir. I can't technologically get it together, so she's always sent me the link. Even if I don't get watch hours, doesn't matter, because what it does is it puts my face in front of her viewers, and then like vice versa. So it doesn't matter. It all works out in the wash. So the next time we go live, if I can technologically get it together, then I'll go live, get the watch hours, and then Tashmir will get to see whoever my peeps are. But a lot of our peeps are the same. Start here, Tashmir just says, and Tash, I'm so sorry. I got to keep clicking on this live because I don't know why it doesn't stay up continuously. Maybe just wait 1 second. I'm going to push learn more, but I'm scared that this will make me, I don't know if you have to put learn more. Okay, here we go. Shoot, I don't know where it is. But anyways, what Tashmir is saying is that she posted a little tutorial on how to do it. So after this stream, go check out Start Here Tashmir. She's got the tutorial on how to go live. And I'd say both of our perspectives is like, a lot of people are hesitant to do it because they're like, oh no, it's a bit scary. And I'd have to say from my experience, and Tashmir is probably the same way, it's awesome. And it's a little addicting. So what I had mentioned about North Pole, Alaska, she was the first person that helped me go live. And what happened is I was just thinking about it, and then I wanted to wait. So I've been watching, if you go watch North Pole, Alaska, Katie, she has quite a wonderful live. She actually has been exercising live, and then she goes in and sort of has like a post exercise chat. So she's been using live as a way to get her exercise goals in. So she'll be outside on these used exercise bikes that she got from the junkyard, and there's snow all around her, and she's still like pedaling away. I think she's got cover over her. And then afterwards, she makes herself a cup of coffee, and then she goes, she continues her live, and that's kind of a cool thing. But I was watching her live and then didn't want to like go live the same time as she did. And I didn't even ask her to do this. I said, I'm thinking about going live, but I'm just watching you right now. And she goes, hey everybody, let's go join like my channel name is Follow Your Bliss Live. Let's go join Follow Your Bliss Live. So she ended her channel so generously, and then her peeps came over, and that was super duper duper nice because they were able to do a couple things, and that is, one is if you can have a moderator on your chat. So look at Tashmir's tutorial. I'm hoping she'll cover that, and if she doesn't, just leave a question in the channel and one of us will answer. But basically what a moderator can do is they can put users who are commenting and saying nasty things in, and they can block their comments. They can also put them in timeout, all sorts of things. And it's really wonderful to have a moderator, because what'll happen is you'll get going on the chat and you won't. Oh, here it says Tashmir is saying She did a screen recording of how to go online together. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So yeah, it's awesome to have a moderator. You can dictate to, you can assign people as different moderators. It's wonderful because what happens on the live stream is, depending on the time of day that you go live, sometimes there's kids and they're just playing around. They just want to get attention. So when you're doing a live, it's helpful. And it's distracting too. It's hard not to look at the live when you're talking and then someone's like swearing or saying dumb stuff, and then the people in the chat start to get like, and then that seems to like fuel these people. But a couple of things to think about that is when you do go live and like people start like offering you that and swearing and doing these ugly things, don't worry about it. Don't pay them any mind. Just know that that engagement still ends up fueling your hours for YouTube. So just let them do their thing, work with moderators. Tashmir, if I can just figure out how to keep this live chat on, that would be something. But anyways, I just keep pushing the button. Oh, it's so annoying. Tashmir, what are you up to this week? I'm curious all the things you're working on. I know that you were replacing all your thumbnails. Did you figure out if you could replace the thumbnails on your shorts? Because that would be cool. And you know what else would be cool is, I don't even know if you can start live and then if you can have someone join you. That would be cool. We'll have to figure that out another time. Like, because that tech problems in the air. Yes, start here. Tashmir is saying tech problems in the air. You can replace them via the app, not on the desktop. Really? Your shorts, once they're pre-recorded, you can change your thumbnails? I haven't been able to do that, but I'll check that out. So Tashmir, you're saying on your shorts that are already posted, you can replace the thumbnail? That's what I'm asking. I know you could do it when you haven't. I think you can change them via vidIQ. Oh, okay, Tashmir. I don't have vidIQ. So what I asked Tashmir is, she was making it a goal to change her thumbnails. And if you want to see something cool, is, you know, once you start getting a lot of videos up, you can still replace your thumbnails after the fact on your videos. Go see Start Here Tashmir's channel, because she's gone and AI'd some images of herself and improved all her thumbnails, and it's super duper sharp. So she's working. Tashmir, have you finished replacing all your video ones and your lives? Because they're beautiful. I especially, you know, you can guess which one is my favorite, is the one where you have the little kitty cat over your shoulder. Oh my God, that is such a cute. I don't know if that was for a live, but I love that thumbnail. But your thumbnails are so beautiful. And the other thing that, oh, Tashmir hasn't finished replacing all her thumbnails yet. She's still working on them as we speak. But what's interesting about that is Tashmir and I are only like a month-ish. I don't know if it's 5 weeks-ish. And it's amazing the content that we've managed to get up so far. So Tashmir, Tashmir has almost 150 uploads. Holy schmoly, you have gone to town, girl. The other thing that's been happening in Tashmir, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to read the chat continuously because my iPad doesn't keep it up continuously, and I have no idea why it's doing that. So I'll just keep booping my screen. Hey, can you send me some hearts? I'm not sure why I'm not even seeing like heart boops. It's weird. I can't wait to go live on, oh, this little shed of mine. If I had pom-poms like Tashmir, then you know what? I've got something for this little shed of mine to show you, because this little shed of mine, Tashmir, have you gone and seen this little shed of mine? Oh, you're sending hearts. I don't know why they're not booping on my iPad screen. I got to figure out that for the next live. So I'm just going to have to imagine these hearts. So this little shed of mine, oh, Tashmir's multitasking. I want to show you something. Look at what I've got. A chocolate advent calendar. This was on sale. So for those of you that may not, hopefully everyone knows what an advent calendar is. I'm such a like kid. I was at our local drugstore. So this would be like CVS in the States. I don't know what the name of the drugstore company is. Yes, hello Teddy Bear, says Tashmir. But this is the time of year to buy advent calendars. And I spoiled myself because you can get the ones with like terrible chocolate, but this one says Lindt. So I'm hoping it'll be good chocolate. This little shed of mine, you just joined us, but I gave you a shout out earlier because I just love that you're someone that said you have multiple trees. And a friend of mine used to have multiple trees as well. He said his family would put up like the main tree, and then the kids would have their own trees. And then you said you had, I think it is 3 trees, or was it 4? And then you said you had a black tree. Is that like an African American themed tree, or is it literally like a black tree? And then do you put black decorations, or do you put sparkly decorations? Yeah, I'm curious to know about this black tree. Is it up yet? Are there videos on this? Because what I loved is that you showed such tremendous gratitude for your husband, like decorating and putting up these trees. Oh, okay. This little shed of mine is saying it's literally a black tree with silver decor. So it's not even December. Have you finished putting up your tree, this little shed of mine? And anyone else on the chat, feel free to like tell us about your Christmas decorations. So what a lot of people are saying, like, if you don't know what to YouTube about, just flick on that camera. And what I've seen, this is, I can't remember whose channel it was. It's really cool. They just went live. And this little, oh, Tashmir, by the way, this little shed of mine has the video on her channel already. So go see her husband like decorating. And I can't remember this little shed of mine, if you just did a video or if you went live. So yeah, oh, only 1 tree up now. So this little shed of mine, think about going live as you decorate. I saw someone like, and it might have even been like a silent live where they were just like decorating away. And yeah, Tashmir, I know you say you can't stand. Tashmir says, I can't stand that. I'm so busy. But you know what, Tashmir? You mean you can't stand that, Tashmir? Because, oh, you went live, little shed of mine. Tashmir is saying she can't stand that. I don't know if that's because she hasn't been able to decorate, or if like we're all putting out this amazing content and Tashmir, oh, I see. Okay. Tashmir says, I want to see everybody. And that's so true. So Tashmir, I owe you. So Tashmir's like, please, 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 request was, would I show her the poinsettias at work? So I'm just going to do just a brief interlude. Oh, Tashmir, I don't decorate, but I want to enjoy your stuff. Oh my gosh, you're going to be able to just, this little shed of mine has some very cool decorations. So for Tashmir, everyone, put out your videos. She's going to come check them out. I'm going to come check them out when I can. Just if you're joining us here on the live and you don't know me, you don't know Tashmir, you don't know this little shed of mine, may I introduce us all? We are all new content creators. We hope to get our 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. But beyond this, we've created this unusual, amazing community. So if you want to join us, please join in on the fun. Please subscribe to all of our channels. And we're getting to all those monetization goals a different way. You can look at all the content creators and they're going to talk about SEO and all of that. But for me personally, I don't know how about the other ladies that are doing it, but for me personally, I am just here in my little corner of the YouTube universe. What you're going to get from my channel is dance. You're going to get little work updates. And so as example, I'm a gardener, so I am going to go out for Tashmir today. And Tashmir, do you know about sparkly poinsettias that come in like blue and other colors? That's what I got to shoot for you. And then I'm just looking at the chat here if I can get up. Oh, they're all disappearing in front of me. My next live, we're going to have to figure this out. Okay, I'm just going to scroll back on the chat. It says, start here, Tashmir goes, woo woo on the poinsettias. This little shed of mine is the same way. I want to see everyone's content. And sometimes I may come around late, but just know I'm coming around. Yes, 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 yes. Start here, Tashmir. I love to see the trees and the lights and all the things. Yes. And you know what? I never thought about that, you guys. And this little shed of mine says, for me, I enjoy sharing and documenting my days on this journey. And you know, for those of you that are watching this on the replay, what I love about where we're going and growing here is this little shed of mine. What I appreciate is if you subscribe to this little shed of mine, you're going to get a double bonus, which is you're going to get to see the most compelling, heartwarming content. And you're also going to get such a strong booster. Like, she is the biggest cheerleader. She comes on your channel and you're like, ooh, thank you for, you know, commenting or liking or all that kind of thing. But I would say in the entire YouTube universe, this little shed of mine is putting out very compelling content in terms of like her cancer journey and how she's getting through it. And what I like is there's a short where I can't even remember, but there's music and she's getting an IV. And so to think it's hard enough going through that experience, but what she shows by she had to take the time to like video herself getting like IV or shots, and then she had to take the time as she's going through this treatment to then like produce this content. So none of us have any excuses. And I like that she's, without hitting us over the head with it, she's showing us how someone can go through these difficult things and keep living. So do look out her content. And the other thing it does is it encourages the rest of us to try to put out not just the Instagrammy, my life is great content. And what I've seen on these YouTube streets, and Tashmir will know as well, because she's out there seeing more than I do, but there was someone, and I can't remember where I saw it, so I'm going to have to put this out when I can find it again. Someone was talking about their dad and how they miss their dad a lot. And I thought, that was just such a cool thing to do. And I thought, oh, I thanked them because it reminded me to not only, I think I'd like to put out a video that talks about my dad and how much I miss him. And it reminded me, I got to grab a Kleenex here, you guys, that little video just reminded me about the times when I'm like, I'm so busy, I can't visit my mom, or she's 88, she's alive, she's present. Why do I have to be such a spoiled kid that's got all these competing, I've got to worry about work, I've got to worry about life, I've got to worry about da 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 da. And she's just asking me, when do you want to have lunch? I have a parent that I can visit. So I think the more that we can share our things that are heart-filled as well as heartache helps us to appreciate. So I'm just going to go back on the chat to see. This little shed of mine was just, here saying it's been so much fun, this YouTube journey. Start here, Tashmir. You already know this shed of mine. I have so much love for you. And then this little shed of mine is saying, for her, she just enjoys sharing and documenting all the days on this journey. Start here, Tashmir has said she saw this little shed of mine's trees and how they're glittery and awesome. And then the chat is incredible because this little shed of mine they're going back and forth just talking about some amazing things. And what's nice about this chat is just that we don't have to be, I'm just going to grab a Kleenex, but I can hopefully keep talking, I think it's easy to get caught up on numbers and wanting to be part of the popular crowd. Right now, there's just three of us on this live, and it's a wonky live because I can't see the chat continuously. But I just want, and this is especially for people on the rebroadcast, I just want to express how grateful I am for these two lovely ladies who happen to be live right now on my chat, but also our greater community, which I'm discovering that out of the subscribers, the 100 something subscribers I have, there is also a small group of y'all that have continued to come back, and I am loving it. So as an example, like Start Here Tashmir has been one of my first YouTube friends, and then this little shed of mine has kept popping in on my comments and has provided such strength. And you know, in this chat right now, Tashmir and this little shed of mine have been talking about all the wonderful, like, gratitude challenges and things. So, yes, so amazing. So, if you're not part of this smaller community, and how I'll describe this is when I was in high school, I was not part of the popular crowd. But what I did have is a very small group of friends who were very, very special to me. And I'd say with this YouTube community, it's easy to get hung up on the numbers, and you just want more and more numbers. And we need those to be monetized and all those things. But what I'm appreciating right now and in this moment is those people that I'm resonating with, and I choose to go back to their channels, and then they've chosen to come back to my channel. So when you find your peeps, when you find your peeps, connect with them. And Start Here Tashmir has mentioned, and it's true, is she remembers quite clearly what it felt like to have no subscribers, and I was her first subscribers. So then she's just passed that love on to other people. Now, Tashmir is prolific. She's night crawling. She doesn't always get the sleep she needs, but she does. She does it in segments. And what she said is she wanted to be there for the underdogs. And it's true. I mean, we could all be like boop boop booing, getting into the comments and being like, new content creators gather here. And that's, by the way, that's going to be something I'm going to do in the future. Is I'm thinking about Tashmir. Maybe you and I could go live, and I don't want to call it new content creators gather here, but I was thinking about calling it amazing content creators gather here, or authentic something. Maybe probably amazing content creators gather here. And I would love to do a go live together where we just invite people to come on and like do something called Show Me What You Know. Is just like they can put in the comments like, hey, come visit my channel, but for this reason. I've put out all my Christmas trees. I've just jogged a kabillion miles. I just blah, 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 blah. So I'm thinking whether we do it or not, yeah. Oh, you know what, Tashmir, you said, I'm thinking about giving new creators a platform where they can come introduce myself. And yeah, I think that would be absolutely cool. I think that would be, if you look into that live that we were looking on last night, school, I think that would be a place to do it. You could also do it on your thread, but I'm thinking that we might be able to just start off like low tech and simple and just invite. But that's true. I do like your idea that if it's under 50 subscribers, that could be a quite special live too. People under 50 subs come live. Oh, people under 50 subs come live with me. Tashmir, that is a cool idea that you could do. Yes. Because people are nervous. So Tashmir has an idea. Tash, I hope you do that. I know you only have so many hours in the day, but that's true. So I'm gonna just throw that invitation. If you have under 50 subs, And we're talking under 50 subs, but you have content. So if you're under 50 subs with no content, that's not gonna quite do. Is I would say you can hit up Tashmir if you're under 50 subs, but decent. You've got some content. You got to have some heft, because people are going to come visit you and they need a reason to subscribe. So if you have less than, I don't know, Tashmir can probably start setting up the criteria. If you only have like a little bit of content, if you have one piece of compelling content, well, that's something. But yeah, you can hit up Tashmir in any of her socials. The best way is she's got a WhatsApp group. And Tashmir, you could probably set up right now a separate thread that just says, in your WhatsApp, that just says content creators under 50, like, come here, like, tell me your cool stuff. Yeah, so that's cool. I gotta check because I gotta go to work shortly. Tashmir, were you on the line when I talked about the little Daruma dolls? So let's see here. Hang on. Oh, okay, cool. Tashmir, check her profile, and she's going to talk about making a group, sort of like a thread for that. Okay, Tashmir, I wanted to show you this. It's a Daruma doll, and they're a little, I don't know, I used to find these scary as a kid, but they're especially available at this time of year, but I believe they're available all year round. And what it is you pencil in this eye, and what you do is you focus on a goal. So I'm going to fill one of these guys out. There's a little guy, there's a bigger guy, and you fill it out, and it's called a Japanese wishing doll, and you wish on it. So in my example, it'll be, to get this channel monetized, and then you leave that blank, and then you put this in a visible spot, and this is to remind you of the goal that you have. And then when you accomplish that goal, so when we get monetized, you fill in the other side, and then at the end of the year, you burn these. These are made of papier mâché. And the reason you burn them, I think, and I haven't looked this up, but this is what I'm thinking, because I thought, that's horrible. I want to keep all these to remind me of all the goals that I've ever accomplished. But I think the reason that you burn it is because you've already accomplished that goal. Move on. Make new goals. Isn't that cool? So yeah, I'm gonna see if you can buy these on Amazon, so I can, so you might want to do something like that. Oh, start here, Tashmir. Burn it to give the energy to the universe. I love that. Let me just check. It is 10 to 10. I promised the girls at work that I'm gonna be coming in. And Tashmir, I owe you a poinsettia short or a video. I did tape, by the way. I did tape for you, but it's sort of weird doing it, because I tell my coworkers, because right now, let me see, in Canada, I don't know what it's like in Europe. I know the Philippines are quite crazy about Christmas, and we definitely know this little shed of mine is crazy about Christmas. But in America, so Canada has Canadian Thanksgiving, and I think it's kind of a weird holiday because it comes like in early October. But in the States, I had a chance to live in Washington, D.C. for over 20 years. And at first, I didn't like when Thanksgiving hit, because I felt like it was kind of like too many holidays all at once. But once you get used to it, so American Thanksgiving is coming late this year. It's next, I think, Thursday. So what happens is, with American Thanksgiving, it's a big deal. Kids come home from college, even though they're going to be coming back for Christmas. And there's this kind of 1 month super duper amazing rush. I believe it's the last Thursday in November. And that's traditionally the start of Christmas in America. Now, retail has pushed it. So as soon as back to school is over, the Christmas decorations are up. Or sometimes some retailers wait, and they wait till after Halloween to put their Christmas decorations up. But over the years, it's crept earlier and earlier and earlier. And there's people that are like, put in the comments if you like it or if that pisses you off. But I know in retail, we've had to be quite careful about it. Our particular store, the owner waits until after Remembrance Day or after Veterans Day in sort of as a respect to veterans. So he waits. So it is past November 11th. So we got our first shipment of Christmas trees. I think was it last week or this week? I think it was last week or the beginning of this week, something like that. But we've got all our Christmas trees just came in. I'm responsible for the live plants, and that's outdoor plants and indoor plants. So Tashmir, what I did is I asked my colleague, would you videotape me? Because everyone thinks that gardening or having a career dealing with flowers is glamorous. Now, I love my career, but like any job, there are parts of my job that are a little bit harder. And I like it because it's also a workout. So you'll see shots of me. We got in potted live Christmas trees. So as the economy's gotten tight, people want live potted Christmas trees. So those potted Christmas trees, you'll see me schlepping those. And I'm so sorry I haven't gotten back to the chat. Okay, good. Let me see. As I wrap up this chat, a couple of things to check out is there's some inspirational chats. I will try to put these links somewhere, whether it's on my community page or not. Rob the Maritimer, if you're not familiar with Rob the Maritimer and Jen Navarro, these are wonderful YouTubers that are not like the big YouTubers like Think Media or Nick Nimmin, but they're kind of the next level that's in between us and those big guys. Their content is amazing, and both of them have put up posts recently, and I'll make sure I put that either here and or in the community channel. And that is that Rob the Maritimer put out a video that was like, I've been at this YouTube journey for 4 years on and off, and I thought this was a great video because he is phenomenal. And his channel has blown up recently because he ended up posting about being over 40, 50, encouraging people to get on YouTube. And what he also did is that type of dough dash thing, but he did what Silver and Solo has done, which is he tried. This is someone that has been YouTubing for over 4 years. For the first time, he started to do walk and talk videos. And then he started to explain the technical, how you do a walk and talk video using the right kind of microphone, that kind of thing. So his whole YouTube channel for the last 4 years has focused on a lot of tech. He explains in this video how he's bounced on and off of YouTube and how he's come back to it, and how putting focused effort behind it and trying these different things has helped him. So his is relevant because it shows you a couple different things. Is sometimes you feel like, oh, there's people that are new to the channel or new to YouTube, and they're expecting instant success. So what I think Rob's video does, as well as Jen's video does, which I'll explain in a second, and hello, my ND Games, is that their journeys have not been instant and that they're real people. And I think that's the thing that everyone's missing sometimes with the Dough Dash channel, is that Dough Dash got us all on here, or quite a few people on here, but to be patient with yourself is that it takes time. But what both of these individuals have said, and I think what we get the benefit of, is that with every new generation that has come along, and that's with life and that's with this as well, is we get to build off what everyone else has learned. And so Rob the Maritime, go check him out, because what he said is he's come on YouTube and life has meant he's gone off YouTube. He's gone on and off. And then when he put concentrated effort, his channel, and tried something different, things have done well. With Jen Navarro, what's interesting is her latest video responds to, because I think she's got a video that's saying, I got monetized in X days. But if you listen to all her content, what she's saying is she's gone on and off YouTube, and then she decided to focus. And when she decided to focus on the right topic at the right time, she's been finding success. So she didn't mean to mislead everybody, but her story is quite compelling because her channel has had travel information, it's had other information, but this time around, she decided to focus on what she could offer. Her regular day job is to do with social media, and she knew that she would be able to offer people helpful information. So that was just amazing. I'm just saying hello on the chat before I close out my ND games. It's and I'm so sorry, is that technically I'm challenged here because I'm doing this on an iPad and the chat keeps disappearing. So I don't even get to see the hearts. So my ND game says, hope you're having a wonderful, blessed, and divinely guided day. Patience plus harmony and peace of mind equals unity. That's beautiful. So thank you so much. So I'm going to close out the chat because I've been on here for an hour. If you're not subscribed to me now and you're listening to this on the rebroadcast, please consider, and here's why you should subscribe to me. Here's why you should subscribe to Start Here Tashmir. Here's why you should also consider checking out people in my comment section. Oh, great. Start Here Tashmir is starting. If you're under 50 subs, check out Start Here Tashmir's profile. And she has a WhatsApp app section where you can connect to her. And she's got lots of threads going offline. And it's a way of community joining together. And I just want to mention that there are people who are connecting offline who are doing bad things, nefarious things. And what I mean by that is, I'll just quickly cover sub for sub. If you go offline and start an Excel sheet, a Google sheet, or you start a WhatsApp channel, or you start anything and you decide, all right, we're going to support one another. Bam, I'm going to write an Excel sheet. We're going to put, here's the 50 videos to check out. Here's the people to subscribe to. Boopity, 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 boopity. Here's what YouTube's going to see. They're going to see this surge of people going all to each other's things. That's all cataloged. And if they see that as gaming because people aren't listening long enough, or they're listening like to it in the background, all that stuff, YouTube's not stupid. So there is authentic going and joining community and finding each other organically. And then there's the not so great kind. I'm going to tell you that Tashmir is going to be setting up a thread for under 50 subscribers. And I know that Tashmir's heart is authentic, and she's hoping that people will join her authentically and just join. And when I say authentic visits, what I mean is Tashmir's got her groups of people. I'll go into her threads and see who's looking at some of her videos. And what I'll notice is the people, for me, you may do it differently. I look and I go, wow, this person makes interesting comments. It's almost as if it's content. People will come visit me and they will leave interesting comments. So, think about when you're commenting, it's like a mini piece of content that can draw people to your channel. But be authentic. What I see sometimes people are doing is they'll be like, hey, great content, boop. That's it. Think about responding to something interesting in that video. Like someone just, I can't remember the name. They wrote in my comment, hey, interesting. Is that blue cow moving? I thought that was great. And then I responded back, and then they responded back with some, like, a beautiful message. And it doesn't take a lot. Know that we're all having, it's not easy to come to the page. So know that when you can leave like a supportive, truly authentic comment, that it helps one another. And know that we all have different interests and tastes. So if I go to Tashmir's thread of like 50 people under 50, not everyone's going to appeal to me. Or sometimes people make an interesting comment. I go check out their channel and I go, well, like I'm not interested in their content. And that's okay. I can still leave a little nice message, but I can choose not to subscribe. So as this little shed of mine has mentioned, engagement matters. But just subscribe to people who you want to get their little updates. Otherwise, your subscriptions start to overwhelm you, and then you're like, what's going on here? Like, you want content that you care about, that you're going to go and like check out. And oh, this little shed of mine says they're the same way. Well, then I feel very honored that you've come back to my channel. Thank you. I just thought you were out there like supporting all so many people, which I'm sure you are. Tashmir's much the same way. You guys are out there like supporting. I have such little time because I've got this full-time job. I've got a part-time gig as a DJ. So I should wrap up here. If you're new to my channel, know that it's a strange little channel. Strange, not so much. It's more just a channel. So I have a main line dance channel, and I guess I haven't really mentioned, so I'll wrap up with that. I was just at this line dance conference, and I just had a big revelation. So normally I would post all the line dance videos that come out from a conference on my line dance channel. This time around I thought, why don't I just for this event try to share with you guys some of what I'm seeing out there. And you guys have been awesome. So thank you for everyone who visited these line dance videos. I'm glad that you've enjoyed them as much as I have. I have a back catalog of some other videos that are more like technical with how to do some of these line dances that are more complicated. So I'm going to put that on the line dance channel. But I thought, you know, like I actually have a monetized channel, but I don't do anything special with it because it has copyrighted music content on it. But I've never put other things on there. And there's no one in my line dance community that's doing that. There's a few people that are doing content, but not really. So you guys have given me confidence to just be me. And so I really, really appreciate that. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. So what I'm going to start doing is, I'm not going to abandon here, but I will be posting a little bit more there, some things that I've been meaning to do. So as an example, all I could think of for content to produce over there was just like tutorial videos, and they're very difficult to do. And so I might be doing that with some beginner and classic line dances. But what I thought I'd do on my other monetized channel is to just talk about things going on in the line dance community. And then what I thought I'd do on this channel is talk about the behind the scenes and what it's like to like make money on that channel and share my learnings here. And then yeah, so I thought that would be an interesting thing, is to show you behind the scenes. And then on this channel, it'll still be behind the scenes with what's going on in my life. So we'll see how that goes. And then certainly sharing and doing shout outs, but because I'm learning from you guys. So here's the thing, I don't know if people are talking about this much, is that our YouTube content creator class, how I look at it is, when you go to, like, even in high school, do you remember in high school you'd have like science class, but they didn't have enough material, so sometimes you have a partner or sometimes you're doing it in groups. And the idea is cooperation, but also learning how to get along with one another. And you can learn from each other. So how I envision this is, sometimes too, then for those of you that have gone to college, they have like smaller, like little study groups, little tutorials where they get like a senior advisor to come and like give a little, like, there's the lecture, and then there's I can't remember what it's called, but whatever that is that you call your little smaller tutorial session, might be 10 or a dozen people. That's what this is. I envision that this channel is us helping one another to grow together. And that's going to be super duper exciting. And not just grow in a kind of like, hey, how do we get there fast? I'm talking about, how can we improve our lives? How can we just like give to one another? And how can we just have fun along the way? I think that's the biggest thing about my channel, is how how we can still have fun, how we can care about one another. So let me see what else I can wrap up about this is when I first came to line dancing, I was scared to go to my first line dance conference. So this conference that I went to had over 2,000 people. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be good enough. I don't know if I can keep up. I don't know if I can dance, all those kinds of things. And then finally, I'd say this is after about 5 years of line dancing, I just said to myself, okay, I'm going to do it. And then my teacher said to me, you're going to meet friends. And I thought, friends? Who needs friends? Like, I just want to go there and dance. So I went to this line dance conference, and then my teacher would tend to leave the floor at 11. And these places, you can stay up till like 4, 5, 6 in the morning if you want. And over the years, this conference has now gone from Tuesday to Sunday. So that's a long time. But, you know, I'm curious. I'm like Tashmir. I'm curious. So my teacher went to bed, and I used to follow her around like up till then, like, because I didn't know the dances. So I needed to like follow her feet. After 11, I just sat in a chair by myself in the ballroom. And here's what's amazing is I started to meet people from all over the world. Is I just sat in my little corner, and then people came over and they're like, hey, how are you doing? One of the people I remember is Chris from Hawaii. She was like, hey, you know, I live in Hawaii part of the time. I live in Yuma. And there all these people from all over the world came and talked to me. And then over time, yeah, I'd see different people, and you just get to like meet people who are just into the same weird thing that you are in, same sort of, we're geeking out on dancing. And then what happened after COVID is we couldn't dance together. And then what happened is we you know, I realized for the 2 years that we didn't dance together, I actually didn't dance that much at home at all. This is after 2 years. This is something that I was doing a lot, taking classes multiple times of the week. And I just discovered that it was really the people that I missed. So going to this conference was interesting. I haven't been to the conference for, I think it's like 7 years. And it was amazing because I got to see people I haven't seen for a while. And what was kind of sad is there were some people that just dropped off. They'd gotten other hobbies and things like that. And so what I'm noticing here with this YouTube community and our specific class of new content creators is we may come here for the money, just like I came there for the dance. We may come here for the money and monetization. And I'm not saying that's not important, but what I'm saying is the community that I'm discovering, along with Start Here Tashmir, is that it's been amazing. Everyone's putting out such amazing, amazing content, talking about their lives. And I think we're really lucky. This is such a terrific time to come to YouTube. Now, I specifically came originally thinking, okay, I might vibe with people that are over 40, 50, trying to, you know, make it on YouTube. But what's happened is there's been other content creators that are new to the channel, and they could be people in their 20s or 30s that have gone on and off. So that's in a nutshell of what I'm thinking is this new content creator class is very exciting. So whether you choose to subscribe to myself and or Tashmir, go check out some of the wonderful commenters on her videos, connect with the people that I'm most happy about are those, you'll see people pop up on a lot of both of our channels commenting, and it's been so much fun. It's been hilarious, and that's something that you don't really track. So if you're lucky enough to join our community, as in we don't take memberships, you just come on, and my chat is just frozen here. I'm going to quickly read the last of my chat and then close out because I gotta get to work. Oh, 10:11. I'm good. Okay, we'll just close out the chat here. I'm going to go back to this little shed of mine said engagement matters. My ND Games says it seems like they are. I'm getting to learn that. Oh, by the way, sometimes, and YouTube is a busy place, and then our corner of the world is very busy. Just ask Tashmir. She's not getting enough sleep because y'all are very, very interesting. Sometimes you might feel that you're commenting and commenting, and no one's looking at you, or no one's looking subscribing, or no one's looking at your videos. Hang in there. Don't worry about it. We're all, just realize it. It's not all you. We're all very, very busy. And so try not to take it personally if myself, Tashmir, or other people that you're like, I put like 20 comments and this guy never talks to me. Just know we're all busy. Like North Pole, Alaska, I haven't been able to get to all of her content. She was just in Japan. I tried to at the top of the day. I'm not very regimented about it. And Tashmir, I asked her if she's got like a system. She doesn't either. I just start out, well, actually she kind of does. I think she goes to her subscribers or notifications, and then that's where she starts. So another person that I'm really keen on is Auntie Riva. So Riva Reveals is a YouTube specialist who's focused more on the small content creator. And then there's bigger channels that I follow as well. But I'm just going to take a look here on the chat. This little shed of mine. Oh, hang on. Okay. This little. Oh, I better go back. How far back? Oh, okay. I've gone too far back. Okay. This little shed of mine has been like, you know, keep building the community organically. My ND Games is going to say they're going to join Tashmir. This little shed of mine, you know, literally, comments are advertisement. Engagement matters. Yes. My ND Games, it seems they are. I'm getting to learn that. Yes. So that's something that we just, a little gem that we've dropped here is, if you haven't thought about that already, gems are, comments are kind of like a mini short saying, come to my channel, but in an authentic way. And I believe if we just are ourselves commenting, hey, I like that, I think that's cool, people end up coming to you and finding you. And my ND Games, what is the right amount of time and effort? I seem to put all-nighters in, and then sometimes I need to catch up on sleep, and it seems like I miss a lot of important things. Okay, we're all trying to figure this out. I would say, you know, Tashmir gets her sleep in like blips. I personally would not put in any all-nighters because I'm not a night crawler like Tashmir is you gotta sleep. We will all be here. So I would say don't stress it. Don't put in all-nighters unless you want to put in all-nighters. And Tashmir and I have ADHD, so we're able to go flat out, but then we'll crash. And so my ND Games, my advice to you would be that we are all here. We will all be waiting for you, and you do what feels right for you. So if you're feeling like you can't get around to commenting, because here's the thing, we can go around and comment, but then we got to still post. So I would say try to find a natural rhythm between commenting and posting. And I would say a little tip would be, you know, maybe start your day with posting, and then when you comment and people come visit you, you'll have something new on the go. So that's something to think about. Is I tend to try to want to post first, and then throughout the day I will comment. I've noticed other people have said, hey, I'm on a coffee break and I'm commenting. This little shed of mine is, people are going back and forth in the chat is great. So my NT Games, what you did with the gentleman, is that your husband, is your friend? I'm not sure what that is yet, so I'll keep going. I gotta wrap it up. Lucifer Morningstar, hey guys, howdy, call me Lucy instead. Hello, Lucy. Can't wait to check you out. And I'm just going to repeat that it's Lucifer Morningstar. If anyone knows how to, has anyone figured out how to, after when the chat is in replay, how to look at the chat? Because I haven't figured out how to do that. So Tashmir or anyone else, if they know how to look at the original chat, please tell me. This little shed of mine, thanks for sharing. I have to go plug up my phone. It's at 3% is going out. Okay, thanks little shed of mine, my ND Games. I do remember that you asked me a question. Why do I do a video, or how do I do shorts? Okay, start here. Tashmir saying a bunch of stuff. Let me see. Oh, creating change. Howdy, y'all. Thank you so much for joining our live. And Tashmir, thank you for moderating. And let's see here. There's a lot of things going back and forth, which I really appreciate that everyone's kept going while I've been able to just keep chatting away here. And it says, Start Here Tashmir is giving a shout out to Blissfully Renee. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Blissfully Renee, I look forward to your live chat sometime soon with Start Here Tashmir. And this is cool. Start Here Tashmir has a really great idea, and I think it's helpful. Now, Start Here Tashmir and I often challenge ourselves, but what she's saying is she likes to do more, some more response videos, and so that is a cool idea. You can start to do response videos to comments. You could do response videos to other people's videos. And I think that is also a really, really cool idea. So I am going to just scroll through the chat because I got to get to work and you guys are just too awesome. That I love that you chat amongst each other. Lucy Morningstars or Lucifer Morningstars question to Tashmir is, do you take melatonin sometimes? Oh, Start Here Tashmir. She wants to go live with at Creating Change. That is cool. And people have asked Tashmir and I, you know, what was the technology behind us going live? It's not. It's just go live together within the YouTube app. It's amazing. They'll go live together. One person is the host. They get the watch hours. Okay, let's keep going here. I so wanna. Okay, My ND game. The line dancing steps you're talking about, he did for different steps, and then it all live together. I'm not sure what that means, but I can figure that out later. And I think that's it. Oh, Start Here Tashmir. I'm going to end with her comment. It says, I have a little secret that works amazing for me, but might not be for you. Ah, that's right. Start Here Tashmir is offering this awesome tip, but I have a similar tip. So for those of us that are over 40, 50, some of you that are, I'm past the whatchamacallit, the lady time when things wrap up. But I don't fight when I wake up in the middle of the night. That's when I get all my commenting done. Is Start Here Tashmir's secret for sleeping is beyond melatonin. She listens to Scott Rouse and she's out like a light. And my guy is Alec Baldwin. So I don't fight when I can't fall asleep. What I do is I have on my phone, and some people have this native, but I also have a sleep timer app, and you can set it so that you don't blow your eardrums out over time. I just have it that says like in 60 minutes my phone will automatically shut off. And so I'll put on, I used to put on Alec Baldwin's podcast. Tashmir puts on Scott Rouse. And if you don't know Scott Rouse yet, do check him out. He is a body language expert. And what I've always believed, and I only have 5% left, see if I can just plug this in just in case, is, sorry about that, guys, is that, you know, if you can't fall asleep, you may as well learn something interesting. And it's hard to do it when you're commenting. So at some point I flick on boop, sleep timer, I throw in Alec Baldwin. Tashmir has introduced me to Scott Rouse. So it's a couple things. You have this beautiful voice and he's got this wonderful, but you learn something at the same time and you don't necessarily need to see the video. Let's see here. Okay, people are going back and forth to, oh, thank you, Creating Change. Thank you very much. Creating Change, it said, great job, follow your bliss. Good to see everyone here supporting. Yes, so it's not just me. It's the fact that in the chat, everyone is like, hey, what are you up to? What's going on? And I'm just going to clarify about what Tashmir has done some research on. Is when you go live together, the person that is the host channel does get the hours. So as a new content creator, don't sweat it. Just let the host guide you through. They will get the watch hours, but you're going to get exposure to their audience. So that's how I would do it. If you find over time that you have someone that you're going live together with over time, then you can flip it around. So Start Here Tashmir has hosted a couple of our lives. She's getting watch hours
whatever. The next time around, I'll get the watch hours. We'll flip it back and forth. So start here, Tashmir asked Chat GPT, and the host gets the hours. But really, it is no big deal. You'll get watch hours sooner than later. Um, what Start Here Tashmir is saying is you can ask the host for permission to share on your own page so you can get the watch hours too. Um, I'm not quite sure, so we'll have to do a little bit of research on this because I'm not sure when you share it on your own page if YouTube then considers that duplicate content. Hopefully not, but like for now, I would go cautious and not dupe the content because you don't want anything to slow down your monetization. We can certainly defend it. So what I was thinking I would do instead, and I haven't even done it yet, and that is on your own content, you can use the remix function. On lives, you can use the remix function and post 1 to 3 minute shorts. So that's how I was planning on promoting the lives together that I did with Tashmir. And I think that's almost more useful than doing a 100% rebroadcast because a lot of the times you're like tripping, you're going on and on and on and on. So I think the information almost becomes more useful if you can call the most valuable things on that. So I think that's about it. So yeah, Tashmir, here's the thing about doing remixes. If you haven't done this already, you could do it on your when you do it on your own videos, YouTube allows you on your shorts not to have to um like put a green screen or anything. That's only for you. If you remix your own content as a short, you don't have to do anything extra. So your videos are filmed horizontally. What Shorts does is it allows you to like shift the view. So you're going to choose the most compelling view. And then you're going to use that as a way to, it's like a little advertisement to your video. So if you haven't done remixes off your own content as a short, think about it because your videos, especially ones that are just sitting there with valuable content, YouTube allows you to remix your own content up to 1 minute, I believe. I don't know if you can do the longer shorts yet, but start trying with the 1 minute. And don't necessarily use the 1 minute. If you have a little like amazing thing that you said in 20 seconds, just put up a remix. Now, I can remix anyone else's content, but I got to add value. I have to like caption it. I have to do a little green screen or I have to do other things. So just know that it's an amazing tool to quickly produce new content. Okay, I've gone on 90 minutes here. Please consider subscribing to my channel and or Start Here Tashmir's. What I will do in the future is I will post more tips with what's going on in the YouTuber universe and journey as I learn them. And what Start Here Tashmir is asking is when she tried to do a remix, she only got 5 seconds. Oh, so Tashmir, this is weird, but you have to like, it says, so when it's your own content, it'll say 15 seconds. Push the little 15-second button and it'll give you up to 16 seconds. And then on the bar, you'll scroll it and you'll choose which piece of the 60 seconds. And on YouTube Studio, there's something that allows you to also then edit. So I know this sounds really complicated, so I'll have to go look and maybe it's going to be tricky, but maybe I'll do like a tutorial or something on that because again guys, if you've not subscribed to me, I am the most technically limited person, but if I can figure it out, you can figure it out. And I guess it's only after years of producing line dance YouTube videos that I just figured out how to use a YouTube remix. But it's an amazing cool little feature. And the other thing it does is it kind of ends up zooming. Anyways, I'll just subscribe and then I'll figure out how to explain this to y'all and we'll go from there. Just to wrap up the last people that are on the chat, and thank you for being here because I wasn't sure if I should go live or not. Start Here Tashmir says, yeah, get your butt to work. Blissfully Renee says, I don't know, Blissfully Renee, if you mean I'm smart, because she says, you're so smart. And I don't know if she means that Tashmir is so smart, which she is. I'm just learning from all you guys along the way. Creating Change wants to know about going live together. You know what, Tashmir? Maybe you can research this. Is you can only have through the YouTube app one person live together. But what I want to know is, can you have a carousel of people sitting in the green room? Because I think you can keep sending that link to everyone, and I'm not sure how it works, but I think there's a way that you can have one live and then have people lined up together. So wouldn't that be cool? I was thinking that'd be fun to fool around with, where you have like one person and then the next person comes on and the next person comes on. So if you can figure out that, you could give everyone like a 5 or 10 minute platform and like introduce like, what is that, 5 times 50? No, it's less than that. Like you could, if people only had 5 minutes, kind of like an instant dating app, you could like introduce, what is that, 12 times, you could introduce 12 new content creators in the hour if you set a timer. So I don't know, Tashmir, I was just thinking that that would be a fun thing, because I know you as well as me, it's easy to go long and then you're just going to end up with, it's going to be hard to like, but to go live with so many people. But anyways, you gotta apply to start here, Tashmir, if you want to go live with her. And let me tell you, it is so much fun. So much fun. Oh, Tashmir is complimenting. She says, I love how you come up with these great ideas. You know, Tashmir, the idea I have is, I'm no expert, but I'm thinking it might be fun to do a channel reviews, but not exactly reviews, more like channel prompts. So it's going to be my own kind of thing. So on this live, or when you're watching it back, if you would like me to like come and give you a channel prompt, not a review, because I'm no expert, is you'll find with me, I'm like Tashmir. We're both nosy or curious about stuff. If you want, it's just an open invitation. You don't have to take it. Both Tashmir and I challenge each other or do dumb stuff together. And one of the things that started from the beginning is, I can't remember, but often I'll be like, hey Tashmir, can you show me more cats? And then she'll do a response video. But if you guys want like some feedback on stuff we want to know about, I think I just wrote something in the source, because the source, and I can't remember his full channel name, Doran, has been doing all these like fun videos, and then he just mentioned something about being in a car accident and then having pins and rods, and I don't know if he has any videos talking about this near death experience. And I was like, hey, tell me about that. So open invitation, if you would like a prompt, I will by all means come to your channel and then like put in the comment section or do a response video or something saying like, hey, can you tell us more about this? Because sometimes what happens is we are so close to our everyday world. So as an example, North Pole, Alaska, YouTube just sent me up a 5-month-old video, and she's got so much content, it's hard to figure out what, you know, what to look at first. She taped like a McDonald's sign video at 10 at night, and then put this soundtrack, I can't remember the soundtrack, something about sun, to let us know like what it's like to have like sun at 10 at night. So sometimes what's so ordinary to us is extraordinary to other people, and sometimes we're just too close to it. Thank you, Tashmir. The source is the person, the source 79, the source 479 is who I was referring to. So if you need a prompt from myself or Start Here Tashmir, what I'm thinking I'd like to do is not so much channel reviews, but if you want me to do a prompt, I'm more than happy to come to your channel and then just ask you a question or something. But no, I'm going to hold you accountable. But yeah, I'm more than happy to come to your channel and give you a prompt about something I'm curious about. And then that might just
get you started on the journey to like talking about more stuff. So, Blissfully Renee, okay, are you sure? Because if you want a prompt, Blissfully Renee says, I need more prompts. If I ask you for something, yep, I can't wait. Um, so, Blissfully Renee writes, row, so true. So thank you so much for joining me on this glitchy live because I can't figure out how to keep the live chat, but I appreciate you being there. And Start Here Tashmir puts, haha, careful what you wish for, sis. Yeah, we are gonna hold your feet to it. The other thing about the prompts that I meant to mention is the thing about the prompts, so I might end up doing it in a video, is it's not just me. And here's what's different. When people do channel reviews, it's like, I'm the authority. But what I'm looking forward to is I might have something I'm curious about, but I'm going to invite the community to also say, hey, tell me more about this. And that's where I think we'll be able to grow, is something that you don't even see. So, I just remembered, and then I'll close, because what time is it, Tash? I gotta get you, okay, 10:30. So, quick story. A friend of mine in Eastern Market in Washington, D.C., used to do maps of Washington, D.C., and they made posters, and they were trying to make it as a craft vendor. And then they also had these other beautiful watercolors of Washington, D.C., and they only had a few of them. They thought that their marketing business was going to be about selling these maps that he worked very hard on and had printed, these posters. And then I said to him, these watercolors are beautiful. Why don't you do more like watercolors? And he goes, oh, I never thought about that, because he invested all his money and his time in these like historical looking Washington maps. So what he did over time is he flipped, and then the posters just kind of ended up being something on the side. He ended up doing watercolors of Eastern Market, the capital, Washington, D.C., and this particular market attracted a lot of tourists and locals. And then the other thing he ended up doing was he found out from other vendors they weren't just selling original watercolors. You could buy an original watercolor, I think, for $250 or $500 framed, but digital printing came along, color printing, and people could buy like a little, a beautiful watercolor, let's say an 8.5 by 11, for like, I think it was $25 unframed. And then he found a place where he could get really cheap black picture frames that look good, and then he was able to like sell these framed photos. So anyways, what I'm saying is that he thought he was going to have his business be one thing, and it ended up being another thing because someone outside of himself looked at what he was selling. So that's what I'm saying, both myself, Tashmir, and what I think our community is going to be able to offer you if you would like a prompt. And the reason I say it's by invitation is because on these YouTube streets, there's people out there who are just like spamming us saying, hey, they're asking us, do we want any feedback? And I find that kind of weird. Like, I never asked you for feedback. So any of you, if you would like feedback from the community, as well as myself and Tashmir, just write a note down here. We'll come check out your channel, and yeah, we'll come give you a prompt. Okay, I've more than overstayed my welcome. Thank you for going live with me. I have lots of cool content coming out. Please subscribe, and I'll catch up with you when I catch up with you. You're gonna see some cool things on my channel, such as I went to this cool little insider breakfast place in Vegas at like 2 in the morning on my way to the airport. I spent some time with a friend, so that one's kind of hilarious. I have all these amazing dance videos. I want to take a look at my analytics because, as an example, the best content on my channel is Mama San. Oh my gosh, she's just like rocking the short with the most the most views. But I do want to take a look at also the difference between like when you have accumulated watch hours from live, when you have accumulated watch hours from long form videos. It's really cool because some of what I've dived into is like, ooh. Okay, thank you, Bliss Renee. Thank you so much for the compliment on the live. I appreciate that because I wasn't sure if I should go to work or whatever. But yeah, and then we'll go from there. There's so many good things, and I really appreciate you joining me here, or if you watch it on the replay. Thank you so much for giving me the positive like mojo, and we'll go from there. Oh, start here, Tashmir. Audio is a bit low on your end. Sorry. I'm gonna have to start wearing a proper clip mic. There's only so much time I get when I can say, oh, I'm closer now. There's only so much time we get where I can go, I'm new here. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I owe Tashmir some poinsettia pictures, so subscribe if you want to see poinsettia pics. Oh, by the way, Tashmir, you say audio is bad again. Okay. So Tashmir we've been having audio problems. I'm going to come as close as I can. So you know what, Tash? I think we deserve to upgrade our cameras for Christmas, right? So that's what I'm thinking is, see, I try not to buy too much technology because I could go crazy, but I think we're worth it. I'm working with like an old Google Pixel and an old something or other. And anyways, so I'm gonna work on that. Oh, and by the way, my last, and then I gotta go. And Tashmir, I know you're gonna call this ADHD. I can't remember if this went on my previous live that glitched out just before this one because someone was telling my audio didn't working. So I'm gonna close with this. I'm gonna try this experiment about making YouTube my accountability partner. So you guys on this live or the replay are my accountability partner. I'm gonna try one thing that I need to get done, and this is, it might be backwards. It's a TV Week subscription. I've been meaning to get my mom a subscription to TV Week. I think I promised her. See, she still watches TV like live. She doesn't watch it on the rebroadcast because I can't teach her how to use the recorder on the cable. So in the comments, any of my videos, please just go, hey, did you buy that TV Week subscription for your mama son? Okay. I'm headed out. Okay. Thank you so much. And we will see you soon on the YouTube. If I can figure out how to turn it off. Okay, bye.